chapter 11, verse 10.
We're going to prove that Judas first. Go ahead.
And in that day, there shall be a root of Jesse.
Root of Jesse. Jesse is the forefather of David. Go ahead.
Which shall stand in the inside for the people.
For the people. Go ahead. The southern kingdom.
To which shall the Gentiles seek.
The Gentiles see. Go ahead.
And his rest shall be glorious.
And his rest shall be glorious.
And it shall come to pass in that day.
In that day, future prophecy.
That the Lord shall set his hand again to us. Salah. That the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
The remnant of his people. Those are the Gentiles. Hold on, brother. You asked about the Gentiles. We're talking about the remnant of his people. He spoke Gentiles earlier in that scripture. That's who the Gentiles are. They were spread out amongst the other nations. They were told that they're not the people of God. Go ahead.
Of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
Assyria. From the 10 kingdoms. The northern tribes that was in the Assyrian kingdom on captivity, as we read in the book of 2nd Ezra. Go ahead.
From Egypt.
From Egypt.
From Pathros.
From Pathros. That's a Greek place. That's in Greece. Go ahead.
And from Cush.
And from Cush. The so-called Ethiopians. Go ahead.
And from Elam.
And from Elam. The so-called Indians. Red dot. Am I right? The red dot Indians that we see at all the 7-Elevens. They had a hand of our captivity. And there are people over there too. Go ahead.
And from Shinar.
And from Shinar.
And from Hamath.
And Hamath.
And from the islands of the sea.
And the islands of the sea. What are the islands of the sea? We got Jamaica. We got Haiti, Puerto Rico, Cuba. We got the Dominican islands. We got and the brothers over there clubbing in all the other four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
The outcasts of Israel, the northern kingdom. Okay, we're going to get there. We already prepared for you, brother. Wait, we already knew that was going to come up. We're coming in. Island. Okay.
And the outcasts and gathered together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Yeah, first Judah, go ahead.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
The envy of Ephraim shall be departed, so there shall be no more jealousy and hatred amongst the southern kingdom, which is the tribe of Judah rule, and the northern kingdom, which the Puerto Ricans, the so-called Puerto Ricans who are known in the Bible as the Ephraimites. There should be no more jealousy and envy. Go ahead.
And the adversaries of Judah
shall
be cut off.
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. The other nations. Go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 10 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
I am the good shepherd.
I am the good shepherd, said Christ. Go ahead.
And I know my sheep.
And he knows his sheep. Go ahead.
And I am known of mine.
And he knows of mine. Go ahead.
As the Father knoweth me, even so I know the Father.
And Christ knows the Father. Go ahead.
And I lay down my life for the sheep.
For the sheep. Go ahead. Zechariah. John 10 and 14, okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and 6 slot. Shout it over John 14. Go ahead.
Book of John, chapter 10, verse 14.
Bring it out.
I am the good shepherd.
Christ is the good shepherd. Hamashiach Yahushua.
And know my sheep.
Go ahead.
And am known of mine.
Okay.
As the Father knoweth me, even so I know the Father.
Okay.
And I lay down my life for the sheep.
Okay. The sheep.
And other sheep I have which are not of this fold.
The other sheep not of this fold, the northern kingdom which were scattered into the other nations, even us blacks over here in America, we think we Gentile. We think the white people in Israel are the Jews. And we have a Gentile state of mind. But we're rising up, realizing we return to our heritage as the true people of the nation of Yahshua.
That's right.
The Paleo-Hebrew. Those are the Gentiles. Go ahead. Well, give me John 11:51 and 2. Go back to Ezekiel 37 and 22.
It's the book of John, chapter 11. The book of John, chapter 11, verse 51.
Go ahead.
And this spoke he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation.
For that nation, what nation is he talking about? Go ahead.
And not for the nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad.
The children of God that were scattered abroad into the Gentile nations. Go ahead.
Then then from that day forth, they took counsel together to put him to death.
Right? So the other nations knew that Christ was coming back together, the lost children, the 12 tribes of Israel. When he said in Matthew 15 and 24 that I am not sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, these were the other Israelites that were scattered abroad that did not know that they were Israelites. Just like before we woke up, we all thought we were the Gentiles of the Bible, right? The black people, we were told they were
African American.
right, African American.